After coaching more than 1,500 editors in the last 2 years and helping hundreds of editors make thousands of dollars with video editing, I've realized something surprising. 80% of video editors will never make serious money with video editing. They send a few outreach messages, they get ghosted, and they give up. Or they post a few edits online, they get low views, and then they give up. And eventually they convince themselves that making money with video editing online is impossible. But the truth is that editors that are making $1, $2, or even $3,000 online are just following a system that most editors never learn. And after working with thousands of editors, I've realized that this system is made up of 3 things. Number 1, understanding how client acquisition actually works. Number 2, building a personal brand that attracts clients. And number 3, using a modern outreach strategy that still works in 2026. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be breaking down the exact roadmap that editors are using to go from 0 clients to making $1,000 to $2,000 per month with video editing. And just as a reminder, everything that I'm covering today is just a sneak peek of what's inside of our $2,000 per month editor blueprint inside of Ultimate Editors 2.0. If you guys want access to that, the link's gonna be down below. But before we dive into building your high quality personal brand or 2026 outreach strategies that work, first we need to understand why we get hired in the first place as video editors. And most editors skip this, which is the exact reason they aren't able to understand why their personal brand or outreach strategies aren't working. The entire reason video editors get paid is because of what I call the problem-solution analogy. When a problem exists and the solution is desired, people tend to want to pay for that solution. Money is simply made by just solving problems for people. Like, let's say for example your car broke down. That's a problem. That problem now causes you pain. You can't use your car, you're stuck at home. So you now become someone who is seeking out the solution, or seeking out to pay someone to fix your car, to solve your problem, to take away that pain. Now, why is this important? Because this is exactly how we make money as video editors. But now you might be wondering, what problem does a video editor solve that could get him paid? Well, let's look at the bigger picture. In 2026, everyone is making content. The reason everyone's making content is because it's one of the best ways for businesses to acquire new customers and make more money. So there's this huge wave of businesses and business owners that all want to make content that gets them clients and makes them more money. The problem is, content on its own is boring. It's unprofessional, it doesn't get views, it doesn't make them more money. So now the business faces a problem. They want to make content, but that content is boring and it's not getting them clients. That's exactly where a video editor comes in. Video editors are able to take that raw, boring content and turn it into a viral edit that gets them clients and looks professional. And that's exactly why editors get paid. And so now that you understand what your job is as a video editor or why you get paid, the only thing left to do in order to make money with video editing is to find the people which are facing these problems which we can fix in return for money. And that is the entire game of client acquisition for video editors. So many people like to complicate it, systems this and systems that. In reality, all that it is simply finding people that you could help with your editing skill set, which we call clients. So now this begs the question, how do we find these clients? To keep it simple, let's circle back to our mechanic example. Car breaks down, that's a problem. So you seek out the mechanic because you could pay them to solve the problem. If we think about this from the mechanic's perspective, how does the mechanic get a client like you? There's essentially 2 real ways to do this. Either number 1, you being the client, go and find him. You're looking for a mechanic who can help you solve your problem, so you're walking down the street, you see a mechanic shop, you walk in and ask for help. This is what personal branding is. It's building a shop that showcases how good you are so that your client can walk down the street of content and come across a post showcasing how impressive your skills are. Or option 2, he, the mechanic, comes and finds you. The mechanic goes around knocking on doors and happens to knock on your door and tell you, hey, I noticed that your car's broken down. Do you need help with fixing that? This is what we call outreach messaging. It is reaching out to clients with broken content, offering to help them with it. So now we apply the same concepts to us as video editors. We can get paid to fix the problem of boring content by turning it into viral edits. So in order to find the people who want to pay us to do that for them, which we call clients, we could start with number 1, building a high quality personal brand that gets us these clients. But wait a minute, how do we do that? Why do so many editors create so many posts and never get clients? How do we build an effective personal brand in 2026? Well, these clients that want to hire us actually spend a lot of time on these social platforms like Instagram, X, or YouTube. If you think about the business owner that wants to hire you for their content, they probably consume a lot of content on Instagram, maybe even browse X for talent, and definitely consume educational content on YouTube. And what does that mean? Well, that gives us a window of opportunity. If we can just post the kind of content that pops up in front of him and shows him that we are good editors for his content, then he's most likely going to message us asking us for an edit. So the real question is, what does our content need to look like for our client to reach out to us asking for an edit? There are 3 things your content needs to do in order for it to land clients. Number 1, it has to reach your clients. You need to post the kinds of content that's going to pop up on your client's feed. Don't overcomplicate this. Simply focus on showing what the client's footage looks like right now, which is raw and unedited, and also show what the client's footage would look like if you were to edit it, which is high production and very high editing. Number 2, our content needs to show the client that we can solve their content problem. Our content needs to basically make our client realize that we are the editor that they need. And to do this, we just need to showcase a high quality edit that makes people go, whoa, this guy is a professional. Posting high quality animations, understanding design, and knowing the viral editing styles can all help with making you look like a professional on your brand. And finally, 3, it has to give them an offer to solve their problem. Our content needs to indirectly say, hey, if you like this edit, we can edit your videos for you, just DM me. To do this, you need to have what we call a CTA, a call to action, which is an action that the client can take after looking through your content that will allow them to hire you as a video editor. All right, awesome. So we understand what makes good content that gets us clients in 2026. But what does this actually look like? In order for us to create a high quality personal brand in 2026, we can't just go off of what feels good. We need to go off of real world data. We need to see what our editors posting right now that is getting them clients in 2026. So here is a list of the content that is actually working in 2026. We studied 10 high quality personal brands of video editors that are making more than $5,000 every single month in order to deduce what you should be posting as a video editor to land clients in 2026. And this is what we noticed. 50% of posts are animation showcases, 13% of posts are timeline and edit showcases, 10% of posts are edit stacks, 10% of posts are assets and free values, and 8% of posts are POV your client asks you for, and 6% of posts are before versus afters. Now, what does this tell us? This shows us realistically, if we wanted to build a personal brand in 2026 that gets us clients, this is what we should be posting. Take a look at this. In the month, we've got 30 days. If getting clients is our top priority, it means that we should be uploading at least 1 time every single day, which means 7 times in the week, which is 1 post every day. 50% of posts should be an animation showcase, so that's going to total out to 3 animation showcases per week. 10% are going to be timeline and edit showcases, which totals out to 1 timeline and edit showcase. 10% are POV clients, which is 1 POV client video. 10% are before versus afters, so 1 before versus after. And 10% are edit stacks, so 1 edit stack. Meaning every week, if we want to get clients, this is the content that we should be posting as video editors in order to do that. Now, as I'm saying this, you might be realizing that this sounds very difficult or very hard. But in reality, to make these posts, you can just take any good animations that you've made before and repackage them into a before versus after or a POV client. And just like that, your content will reach clients, look impressive so that they want to hire you, and create a CTA that makes them take action if they want to hire you. And if you manage to post 1 time every single day using the strategy that is already working for other editors, before you know it, you're going to start getting flooded with clients that want you to work for them. Now, everything that we've just covered are the basics of personal branding. And believe it or not, there's a lot more to building a high quality personal brand in 2026. In our personal brand masterclass at Ultimate Editors 2.0, we talk about branding theories, branding guidelines, the best posts to create, and put everything together for you in a 30-day branding roadmap that you can follow to get clients with your personal brand. If you'd be interested in this, click the first link down below and watch the video where we show you how we can help you make $2,000 every single month as a video editor. We understand that editors get paid to solve the problem of boring content by turning it into viral edits, which means the game of making money as video editors is simply finding these clients who have a content problem that we can fix. And one of the ways that we can do this is by posting content that reaches our clients, makes us look like professionals, and calls them to take action. Now, this works because our clients already exist on social media. So what if instead of posting content and waiting for our clients to see it, we go and find these clients ourselves and reach out to them and offer them to help them solve their content problem? This is what we call outreach, and it's a whole different game. Outreach works with simple logic. These business owners which we are looking for exist, and they face the content problems that we could fix. The concept of outreach is simply finding these business owners and directly messaging them, offering to help solve their content problem for them. But it's not all sunshine and butterflies. You see, outreach has one major problem. These business owners that you're trying to reach out to have a very solid following, which means there are hundreds of editors just like you reaching out, trying to help them in the same exact way every single day. Ultimately, this means that if you were to reach out to this prospect, your message now drowns in between these hundreds of unread messages that your prospect couldn't care less about. And even if your prospect were to open the messages, 90% of the messages are just empty self-promotions, making your prospect think, why on earth would I ever open an outreach message again? The truth is, the reason video editors get ghosted when they're doing outreach is because they don't do these three things. Number one, writing a good outreach message starts by finding the perfect prospect. Most editors skip this step, but even the best outreach message sent to the wrong person is never going to be opened. If your prospect has a big following, you might think that this person has a lot of money, hence why they will pay you good, but in reality, they're too big to even see your message. And likewise, if your prospect is too small, you might think that they're small enough to see your message, but in reality, this person cannot actually afford your editing service. The perfect prospect is someone who's right in the middle. They have enough money to afford your editing service, but they're small enough to respond to your messages. Now, this varies from case to case, but typically these are people with 2,000 to 5,000 followers on Instagram or 5,000 to 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. Alright, let's say you found the perfect prospect and you go to message them. The second thing that most editors don't do is number two, making your message extremely personal. As we mentioned before, the prospect is already getting a lot of generic bot messages. But if your message shows that you're a genuine person that cares about working with this prospect, that's actually going to get their attention. To make a message personal, it's very easy. First, start by collecting personal information about your prospect. To do this, simply consume their content, watch their stories, and learn more about who they are and what they do. Where do they live? What's it like over there? What are their hobbies? How do they like to think? Then with all simplicity, just include these details in your message. Show the prospect that it's currently hot where they live and they might be sweating while they're reading your message. Or simply show your prospect that you appreciate him skipping his basketball game on Saturday nights to read your message. This will instantly make your prospect go, whoa, this guy actually cares. And if you found the perfect prospect and made your message extremely personal, the final thing that you must do is number three, add free value to your message. The last thing you want to happen is for your prospect to actually see your message and actually open it and then just go like, oh, it's another one of those guys who wants to get paid. You need to give your prospect a small sample of what the burger tastes like so that they want to eat the whole thing. And as video editors, this is very easy. Just find some raw footage of your prospect, maybe a YouTube video that he made, maybe some old content that he didn't edit, or maybe a podcast that he appeared on, and simply edit it and send it to him. And please don't be one of those editors who's gonna be like, hey, just shoot me a message and then I'll send you the free edit. Your prospect isn't stupid. He knows you're trying to sell him something, so just send him the free video. Sending him the free edit won't just show him how high quality you could edit his videos, but it's also gonna make him think, whoa, this guy actually really wants to work with me. And just like that, if you message the right prospect and you make your message very personal and you attach a free edit to the message, you will have an outreach strategy that is bound to get you high quality clients. And now that you understand that as video editors, we get paid to take people's boring content and turn it into viral edits, and the two ways to find these people or these clients are to number one, post videos that reach our clients, make us look like professionals and call them to take action, and to number two, find the perfect prospect, send a personalized message and attach a free edit to it. You now understand everything there is to making money with video editing. The truth is, I can only teach you so much in a 10-minute video, but everything that we covered today is just a sneak peek to what's inside of our $2,000 per month editor blueprint. If you want to make $2,000 per month as a video editor, there are three things that you need to learn. First, you need to be an amazing editor, which is why we'll teach you the viral editing styles of 2026 through 4 viral editing style masterclasses. Then, you need to understand the secrets to building a high quality personal brand. Not just the basics that we covered in this YouTube video, but the actual plan on what you need to post every single day in order to get clients. In our personal brand masterclass, we will cover everything you need to know about personal branding for video editors. And this includes a 30-day plan that you can follow today. And lastly, you need to understand how to send out up-to-date outreach messages that are getting clients in 2026. In our outreach masterclass, we cover everything you need to know in order to get clients using outreach in 2026. From finding the perfect prospect to writing the perfect messages to get them to buy our editing service. Our program has helped beginner editors become viral editors in no time and has even helped editors make thousands of dollars every single month with video editing, and some of them them are making some impressive amounts. If you also want access to the step-by-step courses that will teach you the viral editing styles of 2026 and how you can make $2,000 per month as a video editor, click the first link down below because we've got a video on the website breaking down everything that you will get access to inside of Ultimate Editors 2.0. We've spent so long building this program for serious editors who want to learn the viral editing styles and want to learn how to make money with editing. So if you feel like that's you, click the link down below and we'll see you guys inside.